Okay.
Hello, we're Central Market with the HEB Corporation, and we're here to talk to you today about our initiative, Money for Meals. I'm Allison, the VP of Marketing.
I'm Alekhya, Nandula. I'm the lead data analyst.
I'm Gleichman, the comptroller.
And I'm Chancey, the lead project manager.
Hunger is a prevalent problem everywhere. According to the USDA, food insecurity is defined as a state in which consistent access to adequate food is limited by a lack of resources and a lack of money. And we focused on the Dallas County because that is where we're basing our project on. And the Dallas County food statistics are provided over here. All of this data is taken from the North Texas Food Bank website, and they have based their data on the U.S. Census websites. As you can see, the child food insecurity rate and the child poverty rate are a lot higher than those of the regular population and the general population. Hunger is actually one of the most prevalent problems in the world. In fact, one of the UN Sustainable Development Goals number 2 is actually zero hunger. And that is why we're focusing on this problem here. According to the Morgan Project, hunger affects children physiologically and psychologically. What is one of the most important things that is preventing children from fully completing their education in a successful way? And that is hunger. The Morgan Project has done a lot of research and compiled a lot of research on this topic. And what they found is that child hunger affects their education not only in a psychological way, but also in a physical way. Because of the lack of nutrients because the brain lacks nutrients when they're hungry, the brain is not able to develop completely, and especially in the formative years of elementary school and kindergarten, the students may not be able to fully continue their education, and in fact, children who are food insecure are twice as likely to repeat a grade in K through 12 education. They're also more susceptible to mental illnesses. They have insomnia, depression, and anxiety. Why should we do something about it, and what are we already doing about it? The reason we should do something about it is because the federal assistance programs do not always help all the food insecure households. In fact, 40% of families who are food insecure do not use federal assistance programs. That means that 40% of households who are food insecure rely on food banks and other means to get their food. So Feeding America distributed 3 billion meals last year. Now that seems like a lot, but when you actually do the math, that accounts to just about 10,000 people in a year, and they're feeding them just like for about half the year. And that's actually not quite that much. In fact, there's about 40 times more food insecure people in just the Dallas area. The North Texas Food Bank fed 63.4 million meals. It gave out 63.4 million meals last year. That's a lot, but we can definitely do more, and that is what we're basing our project on. Our solution is a campaign in collaboration with the Dallas Chamber of Commerce to donate a lot of money to the North Texas Food Bank. We want to donate 0.5% of all revenue every week, and we plan to run this campaign for a month. Now, 0.5% of revenue may not seem like a lot, but we're Central Market, and we're very big, and because of that amounts to a lot of money, as my colleagues will later describe. What we want to do is we want to run a trial campaign for a month and see if it's successful and how much, and kind of like take stock of the impact and of the benefits of the project, and then expand it to all of the other Central Market locations. This campaign is going to be based on the Central Market location on Hoyt Road. And now I'm going to pass it over to Allison.
So according to an NPR segment, 50% of the food donated to food banks is actually never even used. Beyond that, the money that is spent on cans and everything that we would spend is actually 20-fold when the food banks purchase it, because they do a wholesale program. So if I were to go into a store and spend $10 on cans, which would equate to about 6 cans, if a food bank had that same $10, they could turn it into essentially what $200 would be to the average consumer, which would be about 120 cans. And this can be the difference between feeding one family and feeding 20 families. The marketing that we're going to be doing for this project is going to be social media outlets. We're going to be doing a Facebook event, inviting people to that, posting on Twitter. We're going to be putting in-store flyers. We'll also be putting flyers in the surrounding community. We're going to be taking out local newspaper ads and local radio ads so that we can get the community surrounding the Coit Road location into our store. We actually went to the Coit location, Central Market, to do some market research, and we surveyed 100 people that were shopping there. And based off of those results, you can see that over 1/3 of households actually spend between $150 and $200 at Central Market per week. So I'm going to hand it over to William, and he's going to tell you what that means for us.
Thank you. With an average of around 166.70 per week, based on our sample size of 100 people that we surveyed, each family would donate on average around 17 cents to the North Texas Food Bank. Central Market on Coit, again, is expected around 34,000 shoppers every week. On average, if they each donated 17 cents, we can expect $28,800 per week. For advertising, which we're going to absorb the cost ourselves, we expect to spend around $9,000. That's $100 for social media, Twitter, Facebook, sites like that. Posters and flyers are going to cost us around $400, and newspaper local ads are going to cost us around $500, and local radio is going to cost us around $2,000 a week, $8,000 total to get the word out. In May, we expect to earn $5.76 million, 0.5% of revenue, $28,000 per week. If we run this campaign all through May, we expect to earn $115,200. I'm going to pass it over to Dylan to go over our proposal.
So what are we asking for? We're asking the Chamber of Commerce to match every month $100K. So $100,000, which is, in the long run, it'll help everybody, and it would help us help more people. And then we will pay for all the costs. We'll pay for the expenses of the campaign. We will, putting everything out there, marketing, everything. So the post-campaign, we will take a look at how our campaign did. If it did good, we would expand to more locations around here. And if it did better then, we'd expand across the country. And then, depending on how that did, we would either reduce the donations to 0.1% per week instead of 0.5 after 2 months. That's about $5,760 per store, so it's a lot of money to donate. And then I'm going to pass it on to Allison for the summary.
Okay, so to summarize, we want to give 0.5% of our revenue that we gain weekly from Central Market to the North Texas Food Bank. We are asking for the Dallas Chamber of Commerce to match us up to $100,000. Our projected amount that we're planning on getting during that month is $115,000, but like we said, if it goes over $100,000, that's where the cap is. The advertising cost for us is going to be around $9,000. Each week, our estimated donation amount is $28,000. We will be running a trial for 1 month during the month of May at the Central Market Hoyt Road location to see how this initiative goes. Depending on that, we'll expand further, and we'll be paying all the advertising expenses. We all know that hunger is a global occurrence and issue, but helping locally is the first step. And in the words of astronaut Buzz Aldrin, if we can conquer space, we can conquer childhood hunger. Thank you. Any questions?
How much you're gonna donate is 5%?
0.5%.
Huh?
0.5%.
Go back to your last slide. No.
This is what we would reduce it to.
0.1%.
Yeah, the point for some reason went there. But we'd be reducing it to this eventually if our original initiative pans out well.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.